Good evening, guys, and happy Tuesday to all of your sunshiny faces. So guys, I was up super early this morning, actually pretty early. I think I woke up at like 8 o'clock, honestly. I think I actually woke up right before my alarm started going off, and they normally go off at like 8 o'clock. I was like just barely awake, and then they woke me up. I remember actually thinking I slept through my alarms, and that's how I was up like a couple minutes actually before they started going off, because I was like, oh my gosh, why don't I hear any alarms going off? And I was like, oh, it's because they actually haven't started yet, because like I said, my clocks aren't set until 8 o'clock. So yeah, and my phone too. I think my phone goes off at like 8, and then my alarm clocks actually, they both go off at 7:50. Just 10 minutes extra, because I have them actually set 10 minutes like fast, so that I will hopefully always be 10 minutes early if I have to go somewhere, if I need to, you know, like I said, get up early or whatever. But the only thing is that I automatically, my brain now has started converting the time on there. So like right now it says 12:15, I automatically go, it's 12:05. I immediately like subtract 10 minutes. So yeah, I guess that kind of stings. And it's only in my room too. Like if I see a clock in any other room in the house, I don't do that, but it's just the clocks in here. So that's kind of, like I said, frustrating a little bit, because I go, oh, like, you know, it's 12:05, it's actually just midnight right now. Which, yeah, like I said, I got up early this morning, but I'm going to bed a little bit later than I had expected to. But I'll be honest, guys, I got a little wrapped up on Instagram today, because, well, I guess more this afternoon, because one of the things that I keep getting ads for is for the WandaVision show that's supposed to be coming out on Friday this week. And so, like, honestly, I've watched the trailers and everything like that, and like each one's a little different, and like they even added like another one like this week, like something that's like, or like a little teaser kind of thing or whatever, or like a short clip from, you know, the show and everything. And so I was like, I haven't seen that. But honestly, Jack, I don't know, guys, if I can do this, but Jack watches like a whole bunch of like videos on like YouTube and stuff like that, of like, you know, trying to analyze, you know, sort of the show and stuff like that, or movies or whatever, you know, just a lot of different ones and stuff like that before they actually come out, especially if they're supposed to be like big, you know, like sort of reveal ones, like either like a Star Wars, or again, like, you know, any of the Marvel movies, or, you know, TV series, I guess, and stuff like that. But, you know, so like he'll watch that stuff, and I don't know if I like watching it or not, only because, like, I mean, I've watched some stuff with him here and there, but I don't know if I really like watching it, just because I feel like it's like, if it isn't what they predicted it was gonna be, then it kind of ruins it for me, because then I'm sort of thinking like, oh, like, you know, it's about this thing, or it's about that thing, or whatever. And, you know, like, that's not necessarily what they say in the trailer, but it is what's teased and stuff like that. And so, you know, it actually could be sort of something to just mislead you or whatever. And so, yeah, that's why I'm like, and they maybe focus on like that, and so when you're watching it, you're like, oh, it's not the same thing as what I was thinking it was. All of those, like I said, predictions that people are making and stuff like that on, like, you know, this, you know, in particular, just because it is the first Marvel Cinematic Universe sort of release since pretty much over a year ago, because the last thing that came out was the Spider-Man movie, and that was like either the summer or fall of, not last year, but the year before that. And then again, they had a couple of things that were, I don't know if there was a couple things that were supposed to come out last year, but I know like the Black Widow movie, that was supposed to come out in May or whatever of last year, and obviously like most of everybody was in lockdown during that time, and so, you know, they delayed it to November, and now it's delayed sometime this year, I think. But you know, there's that. And so like I said, this I think is just super like hyped up a ton on top of that, because not only is it like Disney's first, you know, Disney Plus's first, you know, like Marvel straight to Disney Plus, but it's also, you know, the first taste that we've had in over a year of that. And so I think that that's really cool. But then on top of that too, because it is, you know, through a private, you know, like a subscription service, that, you know, a lot of times the quality is better of, you know, like the series or whatever and stuff like that. And it's done a lot more, even if it is, you know, like a TV series, it's done more like a movie, you know, because I have the budget to do a lot of that stuff. So I'm excited. Like I said, I also am a little bit like wondering sort of like what's, you know, like I said, what's gonna actually go on, because there's a lot of people in there too that you know, like have been in other movies as well, you know, and so I'm kind of wondering, you know, like what is their role gonna be in it? Characters that have been portrayed already in the MCU, and so like I said, they're gonna be in this, kind of like what's going on. I have, like I said, an idea sort of and stuff like that, but that's the thing sometimes, like if you watch too many trailers, you watch too much stuff, and then you go into it expecting it to sort of to be one thing, when maybe they literally only showed you the stuff from the first, you know, episode, or they only, you know, if it's a movie, they only like the first 5 minutes, and so you're expecting the movie to be this whole drawn out actual, like, you know, only clips from the first 5 minutes or whatever. Like if there's a big fight scene at the first, you know, at the beginning or something like that, you're expecting the movie to, you know, have that kind of be the climax, but it's not. It's actually what comes at the beginning. And so again, it's maybe something that's totally different than what you're in, you know, anticipating and stuff like that. I have some ideas, but again, I don't entirely know what's really, you know, like I said, what's going on. I'm sure Jack has a better idea or a better understanding of what he thinks is going to happen. But like I said, sometimes I feel like that kind of stuff does spoil it. Sometimes it is sort of just theories that people come up with and stuff like that, but sometimes it can be accurate, then it obviously ruins it for you. Or if it's not, you're expecting it to be one thing and then it ends up not being that thing, and then you're like, well, this wasn't exactly what I was thinking it was or whatever. So yeah, I think that it's, like I said, it's gonna be, like I said, pretty hyped up. You know, and a lot of people seem like they're talking about it. And like I said, I am like, oh my gosh, I keep getting ads for it on my phone, like, you know, and stuff like that. So that's how I know that, you know, they're obviously really trying to promote it as well. Yeah, like I said, I'm excited. I'm hoping that it didn't spoil too much for me, or like I said, ruin, you know, again, my perception of it, because I've had that happen to a good amount of like movies and stuff like that. And like not so much TV series, but that's what I am excited about though, that this is a TV series, is that it's gonna last longer. We'll get more in depth, you know, there's more that they can put into multiple episodes of a TV series than they can into, you know, wow, what was the longest MCU movie? Was it 3 hours or something like that? Like that was Endgame, I think. But then, you know, even, you know, between 2 to 3 hours, you know, whereas you can put a lot more content and stuff like that into a series that lasts multiple, you know, like I said, episodes and stuff like that. But a lot of the times the reason is that because it's a cheaper budget too, but like I said, because it is like a private, you know, subscription service, you know, through Disney Plus and everything like that. A lot of times, like you think about like the Netflix movies and the Netflix TV series and stuff like that, and Hulu and Amazon Prime and stuff like that, all of their, you know, series or movies and stuff like that they created normally have a higher, you know, like I said, production value, I guess. So that's why I'm very excited too that this is, like I said, going to be that, other than just like on, you know, just a TV channel or something. And, you know, because we watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which was through ABC, and like, I mean, it wasn't that bad, but it was, you know, TV quality series and stuff like that. You know, I mean, just the production value. I thought the story overall was actually really good for most of the series. I don't know, we're like at the end of it right now. Actually, we're trying to finish it before the like I said, this comes out, but we're on, I think, the last series or something like that, maybe. But again, it's good, but it just feels a lot different than how it started. But obviously too, that was because they had to adapt so much to actually what was going on in the MCU. So it was something different than, again, what they kind of started with. So if you look back, I'm like, wow, it's hard to think that that was actually how like it started and stuff to being like how it is now. So yeah, but I think the last series, it ended. I think it was the last series like just came out. So yeah, hopefully we will be able to watch it on Friday, but like I said, we're gonna try and finish watching this so that, again, like also timeline wise we'd be in the right like time, but also too, so we're not like starting watching this then go back and watch the other, you know, episodes of this stuff that we were still watching and stuff like that, because pretty much once we're done with that, I don't think we have any other like series or anything like that that we had started. Like that was pretty much it. So yeah, like I said, there's some other stuff too. Like I'm excited for what's it called, Falcon and Winter Soldier 2. That's the other one that's coming out and should be out on Disney Plus soon-ish. I think sometime this year is supposed to come out as well. And I actually thought that was supposed to come out before WandaVision, but then like something happened and like production got delayed or something like that, and so this one was actually done first, and it was supposed to come out, I thought, like in November or December or something like that. They pushed it all the way to January. So but obviously too, there's, you know, like I said, a pandemic, so there was a lot of other things too that was going on with production of, you know, across everything too. And so to keep it from, you know, like, oh, we'll just release this random thing and then again have nothing else going on for a really long time. So you know, like that kind of makes sense as well. But anyways, guys, yeah, that's just, like I said, something I've been looking forward to a little bit. And I know Jack has been like looking forward to it a ton too. But anyways, guys, I will see you all on tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny pieces tomorrow. So bye, guys.